All right, so today we're diving into something pretty exclusive. It's a framework of strategies known as the jewelry collections. And let me tell you, this isn't some abstract, theoretical stuff. We're essentially getting a look inside a very specific, very guarded playbook.
And this quote says it all, doesn't it? It's not a library that's open to everyone. It's a vault. And the key isn't just handed over. It has to be earned. Right from the jump, you get this powerful sense of exclusivity and honestly merit. So let's just say you've made it. You're past the door. The material we're about to break down, well, it assumes you've already done the work to even get to this point. You're past the basics. Welcome inside.
Now, what's really fascinating is how this whole thing is framed. It's not just an opportunity. It's presented as both an invitation to a much higher level of play and, at the same time, a pretty stark warning about the responsibility that comes along with it. Okay, so let's get one thing crystal clear. This is not a course. A course teaches you concepts, the what and the why. A vault, on the other hand, just hands you the strategies, the how. Think of it as a toolkit, not a textbook. These are compact, portable strategies you can use immediately. So let's step into the first chamber and see how this all builds up. This is the entry level of the vault, and it's called dropping jewels. This is where you're going to find those foundational but incredibly high-impact principles. And the name really says it all. These aren't long, drawn-out lessons. They're powerful, super concise ideas that are literally designed for you to carry with you in your mind and how you speak and in what you do. We're talking maximum impact with minimum baggage. And here are just a couple of examples to give you a feel for it. You've got command your image, command your power. Now, that's not just about your personal brand. It's about proactively defining how you are seen in every single interaction. Then there's guard your mystique relentlessly, which is all about the idea that what you don't say is often way more powerful than what you do. See? These aren't just thoughts. They're active daily practices. This quote from the collection just perfectly nails the mindset. It totally reframes the idea of being cautious. It's not about being scared or paranoid. It's about having a professional, non-negotiable standard for who gets access to you. It's just due diligence, a form of self-preservation. Okay. With that foundation in place, we can go deeper. It's time to enter the second chamber, the treasure vault, and this is described as the absolute heart of the entire system. So, if dropping jewels are those sharp, portable tools you carry with you, the treasure vault is the master workshop. This is where you'll find the really comprehensive advanced skill sets and the strategic lifestyle frameworks that everything else is built on. And just look at this number, 60. We're talking about a master set of 60 distinct gems or strategies inside this one vault alone. The scale here is, well, it's significant. It tells you this is a seriously comprehensive system for mastery. And as you can see here, organization is everything. This is not just a random pile of 60 ideas. No way. It's meticulously structured into tiers. You've got your flagship core gems, and then you move up to the silver and the gold vault gems. It suggests a very clear path of progression. And now we've arrived at the inner sanctum, the third and final chamber, the crown jewels. I mean, the name itself tells you everything you need to know. This is where the most valuable, the most protected assets are kept. And the source material puts it just like this. This isn't just about getting an edge anymore. This is about legacy. We're talking about high-stakes maneuvers and literal survival blueprints for the absolute highest levels of the game. So what's in here? I mean, just listen to some of these titles. First up, the legendary Exit Playbook. That's a strategy for how to end any chapter of your life, whether it's personal or professional, completely on your own terms, with all your power intact. Next, the Velvet Hammer. Just the name gives you a picture, right? It's a strategy that combines undeniable force with a subtle, almost invisible application, for when you absolutely have to make a point, but without leaving a single trace.
Then you have seduction psychology expansions. This hints at moving way beyond just basic persuasion and getting into the deep, core mechanics of what people truly desire and what influences them.
We also see things like scarcity calendars and loyalty vaults. I mean, these sound like incredibly advanced proactive tools. They're designed not just to attract, but to actually manufacture value and lock in long-term allegiance through very careful planning. And finally, you get this pairing, digital firewalls and aura upgrades. This is a perfect example of how the collection merges the modern, practical world of defense with these more esoteric but powerful concepts of personal presence and energy. The scope here is just staggering. So, after a tour like that, we have to talk about the final part, because once you have access to this level of strategy, there's a huge responsibility that comes with it, and that is the weight of power. This might be one of the most important takeaways from this entire thing. Think about it. When power is truly mastered, it's often quiet, efficient, almost invisible. But mistakes, mishandling this kind of power, that creates a lot of noise, and it always has consequences. Which leads directly to the central rule for anyone using these tools. This is not a collection of quick hacks. It's a craft, and it demands discretion, it demands patience, and it demands a deep respect for the strategies themselves.
And that brings us to the ultimate principle here. Your ability to hold onto this knowledge is directly tied to your ability to protect it, from being misused, from being exposed, even from your own ego. The secrecy and the security are actually part of the power itself.
And so we're going to end on this one question, which really sits at the heart of all these strategies. It forces you to make a choice. Are you more afraid of solitude or of total depletion? And honestly, figuring out your answer to that, well, that's the first step to knowing which of these jewels you really need.